What's up, Pod Pals? It's your buddy Adam, and you're listening to Podcasting Business School. It's a show where I teach podcasters simple strategies to help them make more money with their online business. And we are talking about making some money today. I've got a simple strategy that's going to help you increase revenue and get better client results, which are two amazing things, two great goals that we should all be after. Before we dive into that, I'm going to take 60 seconds and promote my boot camp that's coming up next week. I have not talked about this on the show yet. I kind of just put it together. I'm like, we're launching this in June. So June 9th, the 21-day high-value newsletter bootcamp for podcasters begins. Would love to have you in it. All the information is in the episode notes. So this high-value newsletter strategy, it's allowed me personally to eliminate all my lead magnets. I don't have any other lead magnets at all. I've eliminated all my email funnels. And I'm doing 50% less podcast content because now my high value newsletter is my second piece of high value independent content that is different from my podcast episode. So Tuesday, you get an episode like this. Thursday, totally different topic on my newsletter. And so I've been able to go from 2 episodes a week to 1 episode a week. So if that is of interest to you, doing fewer things like all the time and effort and money it takes to maintain your lead magnets, your funnels, all of that. I'm also building my email list by 400 to 500 new people per month with this strategy, increasing revenue, lots and lots of really good things going on. We're going to spend 21 days together. There are a couple of different tiers of participation. There's one tier where you get group coaching every week and you get the full online course and the companion workbook to work through each of the homework assignments. And then there's another tier if you want some more accountability. I'm putting people in small group cohorts for group accountability, and you get 24/7 access to me through those as well. And you're going to get office hours every single Friday to pop in and get some extra work. So that information, again, is in the show notes. We start next week, June 9th. If you've been really slow to build your email list or if you haven't really focused on it yet, I think it is every bit as important as creating podcast content. So check out the information. Love to have you in the 21-day high-value newsletter bootcamp for podcasters. All right. You heard me mention something there in that tier 2 explanation, office hours. And that's actually what we're going to be talking about today. All right. And I know that some of you have that hesitation, like maybe this episode isn't for me. Office hours sounds kind of boring, Adam, but let me tell you, I've been adding in office hours into my offers this year, especially. And I'm going to show you how to do this right. So you're getting better client results and you're able to add value. When we add value and get better client results, we can ramp up our prices, close sales faster and easier. So this is a simple solution. Don't sleep on the simple solutions, y'all. They are winning right now. I know that I could, maybe a sexier topic would be the 49 email funnel that closed me 10K per month on autopilot. A lot more of you are going to click and be interested in that. But what if adding office hours, a simple strategy that's not going to cost you extra money? And again, it is winning for me right now. What if this is a better solution than that super complex, how to create a 50 video course, evergreen, 5K per month sales, whatever. That takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of knowledge. Office hours are simple. And I'm really dedicating this year to delivering simple solutions for you that are working for me. All right. So let's spend the next 20 minutes or so together. I'm going to unpack this. And I think you're really going to be up for it. I think you're going to be team office hours after I get done with you here today. So what exactly are office hours? Let's define it first. And I define it as a 60-minute pop-in session where there's no set topic. So it's group coaching, but I'm not saying, hey, show up and I'm going to teach you about running podcast player at banner ads or something like that. I show up and people who have access within my business ecosystem to have access to office hours, they can pop in and they can show up and ask for help on something. If they're working on their newsletter, pop in and work on that. If they're working on an offer, pop in and work on that. Need some help with their download growth. All right, pop in and work on that. All right. So it's no set topic. I don't let people come in and just be a fly on the wall. Like, can I just come in and listen? If it's the first time, maybe I'll let them do that. But this is like bring something that you want to work on and we work on it. So that's how I define office hours. You can call it group coaching. You can call it whatever you want. But basically, when I was in college at Indiana University, shout out to IU, the Hoosiers, my academic advisor held office hours, and I could pop in and just get some extra help on like whatever. Or some of the instructors had office hours. Like I really hated all the science classes, so I was always in those office hours. Like, please explain this to me again, physics teacher. So that is kind of the vibe here. You bring something that you want to work on, and we work on it, me and you, and you get some group effect as well. It's kind of like a little mini mastermind. Now, let's talk about the execution of the office hours, and this is really important. All right, I'm going to give you the step-by-step, play-by-play details here because I know a lot of you that are doing coaching consulting are going to want to add these to your offers. So what I do, I have mine on Fridays. And I do this because I have most of my other one-on-one consulting sessions and my other group coaching sessions on Tuesday through Thursday. So I like to have that extra little time on Friday, like, hey, we've been working on stuff throughout the week. I've given you some assignments. You've been working on some projects. Pop in on Friday and just get a little extra help before the weekend. So that works with my teaching style. Some people, I've got clients that I've taught how to do this in my online business academy, and they'll do like a midweek check-in. That works for their brand and the way that they're teaching people. So I don't think that the specific day, I don't think that means as much as long as it fits the routine. It's like, okay, I probably wouldn't do a first day of the week personally because they probably need something like to set the tone for the week, group coaching, one-on-one or whatever. So that's just kind of my personal opinion, but just a regular day and time. That's the key thing for me. Mine is Fridays around noon Central. So, and then I can add extra ones. I'll get into that in a second. All right. Next thing is they are 60 minutes long and the time is evenly distributed amongst the people that show up. All right. And I allow 10 people max per 60-minute slot. So if all 10 get filled, each person's going to get 6 minutes. All right. And I set a timer on Zoom on the screen. So there is, and if you guys use Zoom, if you go into like the little apps section, there's a timer on there and it pops up on the screen. And this is really effective. People don't sit and go, hey, let's talk about how your kids are doing, all this other crap. It's like that 6-minute timer goes like they're hitting the ground running. And when it changes from green to the numbers start flashing yellow, they start flashing red. And Zoom even has like the Oscars music that plays people off the screen. It's hilarious. I turn that off usually because I find it to be mildly offensive and distracting, very distracting. So I turn the music off personally, but you can, enjoy that the first time you use it. So I set that timer and we're off and running, focused. You got 6 minutes. Let's go. Now, normally we'll have 5, 6, 8 people in there. So you get a little bit more time. I don't allow longer than a 15-minute session per person. So if there's 4 people, everybody gets 15 minutes. If there's less than 4, I'm still giving everybody 15 minutes because, again, these people aren't paying me for an hour-long consultation. So I'm not, if only one person shows up, they're going to get 15 minutes. Let's work on something. And then we both bounce. We go to lunch early. All right. And these are just my personal rules. Maybe yours can be a little bit different, but again, I want to give you my specific playbook so that you can take that and make it your own. All right. So just a quick recap, 60 minutes, time evenly distributed. I said the timer on the screen. Do this, people. Set the freaking timer on the Zoom screen. It will help. All right. It is a game changer. It keeps everybody focused, yourself included. All right. No longer than 15 minutes per person. If a full block of time fills up with 10 people, I will add an additional slot for that day. So I'll put one in the morning or put one, back to back. And, and I know the natural question is, okay, what if people are no showing all the time? Then I have that conversation. I say, listen, you need to show up. If you sign up, you're taking a spot. If you no show again, you're going to lose office hours access. I'll tell people that because if imagine that it's filling up and there's always 2 people that never show up and you've added an extra hour and people are showing up for that one, like the spillover. And now you're spending an extra hour when you could just be putting them all into that same first hour. So sometimes you have to have that conversation. I've only had to have that conversation once and we got it fixed. No problem. Clear communication with your clients. Now, first person to show up gets the first option to go. So if they want to go first, boom, right into it. Some people are like, I'd rather go second or third, kind of listen to some other people first or whatever. Maybe it's the first time, a little bit, introvert or whatever. That's fine too. But first person to show up, first come, first serve. That's the way that I do it. And here's another really, really important thing that you need to communicate. If you are going to put a 60-minute block of time up, you need to communicate. Here's my rule. If I'm there and there is no one there for 7 minutes, I'm leaving the room. So that is at the beginning, middle, whatever. Let's say I've got 4 people signed up, 3 people show up. So there's that one person that didn't show up. Everybody gets their 15 minutes. I'll hang out for an additional 7 minutes, see if that last person shows up. If they don't, I'm out. At the beginning, let's say you only have one person signed up. You're sitting there and nobody is there. I will wait 7 minutes and then I shut down the session from the beginning. So that they just basically can't make you just sit there and wait until they decide to show up during that hour of time. They need to be there at the beginning. That's an important thing. So you need to clearly communicate that. All right. And these are all just rules that it's just about communication, right? Because I don't think people will take advantage of it. People just, they've got a lot going on. And maybe they'll just make assumptions and it's not that big a deal. So it's up to us to communicate. Here are the exact rules. Do these make sense? Okay. People will mess them up. Hey, just a reminder, these are the rules. And then if they start messing them up, if they're repeat offenders, then we got to have that conversation. All right. Now, let's talk about how this is impacting results. I'll keep it short and sweet. We're getting faster results and the clients are able to get more cost-effective results as well. Some of these people can't afford my one-on-one consulting time. All right. I charge a lot. This is a great opportunity to bounce in, get some quick help. Maybe they're the only person there. Maybe there's 9 other people there, but you're able to come in, get some face-to-face time with Adam, get some quick help on whatever problem it is that you need to solve that week. Work on it. We move the needle each and every week. Better results, cost-effective. Bam. Last thing. Let's talk about how I'm incorporating this into my sales and offer building system. And this is, again, get out your notepads. All right. This is where the rubber meets the road. All right. This is very, very important to this entire strategy. All right. Okay. The first thing to note is that clients from all parts of my offer ecosystem, aka people from different offers, get to attend these. So imagine this. I'm sitting there on a Friday midday. I've got people in my podcast growth coach certification program in there. I've got people from my online business academy for podcasters in there. I've got people doing customized 90-day consulting programs. They're all intermixing. All right. And what happens pretty much every single time that new people mix and they're like, ooh, I get the question, what are they doing? They aren't doing the same thing as me. They're doing something different. What are they doing? And people will buy other offers just because they have now met someone else that showed up to an office hour that was getting help on maybe their newsletter, or maybe I have people all the time that are doing my certification program and I'm coaching them up on that stuff. And then somebody's like, I think I want to get certified. And they'll ask me about that. And the questions kind of roll from there. So you're intermixing and mingling your different offer, different clients from different offers in your ecosystem. We're adding office hours to different offers is basically what I'm saying. And this can ramp up curiosity and it can ramp up sales, but it's also really, really efficient for you. And everybody gets to learn together. So it's like a bonus where maybe somebody is like, we've got this in my upcoming bootcamp and we're really focused on newsletter stuff there. But maybe somebody's in my growth coach certification program. They're asking questions about growth. The person that's from the newsletter side of the equation, they're learning about growth now. All right. They're getting that bonus education. So creates a lot of curiosity about the offers with my current clients and ramps up sales. All right. Second thing, I can add office hours into any package I want to add value and close more sales. So let's say that you and I are doing a discovery call and it becomes really apparent to me that A, you cannot afford my one-on-one consulting time. And that's okay. Not everybody can. That's totally fine. That's why we have office hours. And I go, okay, well, you should do this lower priced option for whatever result you're trying to get. And I'm going to throw in some office hours. Let's throw in 90 days with office hours. That way you can come in and still pop in and get some support. If I identify somebody like, okay, one-on-one is outside of their budget, but they do need some access to me because they'll get a better result. Let's put them in office hours. Let's throw that out there for a month, 60 days, 9 days, whatever. And I'll just add it in there, customized. I could do this as a bonus if I wanted to. Like, hey, if you sign up this week, you're going to get a bonus of 4 weeks of office hours access. All right. So I think one of the things that I've really changed my mind on this year that I'm encouraging my clients, especially, to change their mind on, like if you're in my online business academy for podcasters, we're talking about this a lot. Like we are deep diving on this. It's that we have to be less rigid with our offers of like offer A is offer A and the components of offer A are different than offer B. And then we have offer C, which is different than B and A. And I feel like we need to look at an offer and break it up into all these individual assets. And it's okay to pull a piece out of that and stick it in another offer. If you've got a killer course, let's say you're a social media expert for podcasters and you've got a killer course on LinkedIn and you've got, you're doing something else with social media growth on some other part of your ecosystem, and you can throw that LinkedIn course as a bonus. Or office hours are the same way. You've got that asset. People from all parts of your ecosystem can leverage this asset and they're really excited about it. When you tell them about it, throw it in there. All right. And make it super simple. All right. You can also add these as a tier 2 to any offer. Great example, my 21-day bootcamp coming up. Tier 1, they are getting group coaching, which is me coming up with a topic every week and teaching on that topic. They get their course, they get their workbook. Tier 2 has a couple different extra coaching options and accountability. One of those is added office hours, not just for the 3 weeks, you're getting it for 5 weeks. 5 weeks of office hours with that tier 2 in the bootcamp. So now I'm able to go tier 2, more coaching, more accountability. I could do this with my Download Growth Club membership. I could do this, my online business academy for podcasters already has that built in. They get office hours every single week. But this can create, like, if you have a course, maybe you just got an evergreen course and you're like, hey, tier 2, you get the course for X amount of dollars. But if you add $97 a month or whatever price you want, depending on your niche, and go, hey, for X amount per month, you get office hours access. Or if you buy my course this week, you're going to get 4 weeks of office hours access as a bonus. And then at the end of that, guess what they're going to be saying? How do I keep doing this? I really like the office hours. What does that cost per month? Now we've got a recurring revenue stream. All right. So Pod Pals, I told you office hours at the beginning sounds boring, but the way that I'm leveraging it, again, better client results, increased revenue. If you start adding these in, and this is, again, something that you can add in quickly. I'm doing office hours on Zoom. Most of us have Zoom. All right. You need to be able to schedule these. I use Calendly. It's like $7 a month, whatever scheduling app you use. Put it on the calendar, put a block in there, start adding it to offers, and you will get better results. They will get better results. You'll increase your revenue. That is the theme of this episode, Pod Pals. So that's it. We talked about what an office hours actually is, what are office hours, I should say, how to execute office hours, the results, and how it's incorporated into sales and offer building. All right. So look at what you have now and go, okay, this office hours thing, it can be ready in 15 minutes. Set up the link on your calendar, and hopefully you got Zoom or whatever you use to connect with your clients already. Just use that. You're good to go. This isn't something like, well, I've got to create this course first and then I can add in office hours. Like, add it to whatever you got. Make it a tier 2, make it a bonus, make it an upsell. Just use it to close deals. Next time you're on a discovery call, talk to your clients about it. See if they are interested. And if you got a membership, hey, if I added a weekly office hours thing, would you be willing to pay an extra X amount per month? Or what day of the week would work good for you? Things like that. And then start using these. Try them. You don't have to build anything out for this. It's just good to go. Better results, increased revenue. Let's do this, Pod Pals. All right. That is it on this topic. Again, don't forget, we've got bootcamp coming up next week. If you want to experience office hours, go tier 2 on that 21-day boot camp that starts on June 9th. The 21-day high value newsletter boot camp for podcasters. Love to show you how to simplify your online business like I have, build your email list, make more sales with a very simple system, and hit tier 2, get those office hours going. All right, Pod Pals, I appreciate you. I'm going to send you out into the world wishing you health, happiness, and many downloads. We'll see you next time.